guys, and happy Cinco de Mayo. Hopefully this video will be out on Cinco de Mayo, but I got a couple questions on what I do with my family, and we typically make one of our favorite Mexican dishes. So I wanted to compile a couple of the videos and recipes that are our favorite for our family. So I have in this video our chicken enchilada, our salsa chicken that you can make in the crock pot. I also have a Mexican rice dish, of course, with chicken. And then our famous chicken fajitas that I actually got the marinade from a friend back in college. But these are so good recipes. I also have a couple other videos on my channel. One for shrimp enchiladas, which were so good. So I will link that video up above, as well as churro mini bites. They're like little muffins, but like churros. So check those two videos out. I will have them linked in the cards. But I hope you guys enjoy. Happy Cinco de Mayo or Cinco de Drinko, whatever you guys do. And yeah, get some good Mexican food today. So the first recipe is our chicken enchiladas. I just take a chicken breast and I boil it on the stove. Once it is fully cooked, I will put it in my standing mixer. Just does a great job at shredding that chicken without having to do the hard work with forks, but whatever works for you. This is my favorite recipe to make for any moms-to-be or any meal trains that happen. Everyone has really enjoyed it. Then what I do is put it in a pan and put a block of cream cheese in it. Now what I have been doing recently is doing, instead of the full 8 ounces, I will do about 6 ounces, just so it is not as creamy. And then what I do is I add in about half of a can of Rotel. You can totally eyeball this step. You can put as much of it as you want. Sometimes we add green chili, sometimes we don't. So it just kind of depends on who you are cooking these enchiladas for. So definitely flexible on whatever you want to do. And then I'm turned on the heat and I'm just kind of mixing everything together, making that cream cheese melt. And then what I'm going to do is get some red enchilada sauce, pour it into a plate, and then I have my little station. So I get flour tortillas. You do one side of the enchilada sauce, then flip it in the other side, and then you're going to put the mixture into the middle of it and roll it up. And you're going to continue doing this step until you have all of that chicken mixture into your tacos. Next step is to get some Mexican cheese, and I am very liberal with this cheese, and you're just going to spread it all over the top of your enchiladas. We love cheesy enchiladas, so I definitely put a whole lot of Mexican cheese, but cheddar cheese, Colby Jack, whatever works. And you put this into the oven, then bake it at 350 for 5 to 10 minutes so that cheese melts, and I put it on broil at the very end just to kind of get a little extra melty. And there you have it, some yummy chicken enchiladas. So this next recipe is so easy. Crockpot salsa chicken. You just pour a jar of salsa over your chicken breast with a can of black beans rinsed, and you cook it on high for 4 to 5 hours, shred it up, and you have your salsa chicken. Super, super easy. We love to have these just in tacos, or you can put it on top of tortilla chips and have your own cut of nachos with some cheese. I really like making these in my tacos, but I love having refried beans in my tacos. I've never made refried beans from scratch. I think my dad did back in the day. So if you have a recipe for it, let me know in the comments down below. And this is my favorite queso to get from the grocery store, Gordo's dip. so good. So definitely try those out and let me know. Super easy, quick dish you can throw together. My next recipe is the Mexican chicken rice. I am boiling up my chicken breast and I'm making a package of the yellow rice, and this is so delicious. I actually got this recipe from my mother-in-law, and my husband loves when I make it. It is a little bit on the spicy kick, but you can definitely temper this to your liking. I am cutting up a red bell pepper and a green bell pepper for this dish. To the bowl, you're gonna rinse and drain a can of black beans. You're going to rinse and drain some corn, and I'm topping that. Now, I didn't put the whole can of corn, so just kind of eyeball how much corn you actually want in your rice. I did about half of the can, and then I pour in a jar of Rotel. And then once that chicken's done, I'm just gonna chop it up into tiny pieces. I'm not shredding it. We kind of like the more cubed chicken in this certain dish, so I'm just cutting those up, and once I'm done, I'm going to pour those into the bowl as well. While the rice finishes up, I'm just going to start on dicing or shredding our cheese. So I'm just taking a block of pepper jack cheese. You can also use Colby Jack, or you can just buy a bag of Mexican cheese. That makes it super easy, but we like the freshness of shredding it ourselves from the block. So I'm shredding up basically an entire kind of block of pepper jack cheese. If you want it less spicy, definitely go for Colby Jack or cheddar, but we love pepper jack, so I'm just mixing about more than half of it into the bowl. Definitely save some cheese to sprinkle on top. When that rice is done, you're gonna pour that into the bowl, and then you're just gonna mix everything up. So everything is all mixed together and all the flavors kind of combine. So with the rest of that pepper jack cheese, I'm just finishing shredding that up, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top of the rice mixture so you get that cheesy goodness, and then it also gets like bubbly and all nice and gooey and stuff in the oven. So you're gonna bake this at 350 for about 30 minutes. I use tin foil to make sure the cheese doesn't burn too fast. Last 10 minutes, take that off to make everything get gooey. You can also broil this at the end to get the cheese a little extra brown and toasted. Then you just kind of scoop it up. I pair it with some salsa and you are good to go. So good. Next recipe is our chicken fajitas, and I am marinating the chicken breast in this mixture. I will have all the measurements down below in the description bar for you guys, and all of the recipes if I can find them. But I am putting the chicken breast, like I said, in the Ziploc. Another way you can do this is actually put all of this into a crock pot for 4 to 6 hours, and then you can shred it up that way or cut it up. We did it that way the other night and it was really good. But you're gonna add some soy sauce, some lemon juice, some lime juice, and hot sauce. Our favorite for this recipe is Texas peach. Can't live without it. You're then going to add some red pepper chili flakes, some onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. And when you are done adding all those ingredients, you're going to close up your bag and just kind of shake the bag around to get all the marinade all over the chicken. And then I just keep this in my fridge for when I'm ready to use it. You can do this the night before or in the morning for it to be ready for dinner time cooking. I'm also going to meal prep and cut up a red bell pepper, green bell pepper, and slice some onions, so that is ready to go as well for that night. When you're ready to cook, you're going to take those chicken breasts out into a pan, cook them on both sides. I am also making some ready rice for a side and making some refried beans. Again, you guys know I love having this with any kind of tacos. So I'm just cooking all that up at the same time. Going to flip the chicken and then slice it when it's done. So when the chicken's cooked like this, I like to cut it in half. So then I put the raw side down on the pan. I just find it helps it cook a little bit faster. So that is what I'm doing with the 2 chicken breasts. You're then going to add your veggies that you cut up earlier and mix that all together, get the flavors all combined. And you cook these to however tenderness you like. Sometimes I like to cook it just a little bit, then put the pan top on top of it so it finishes cooking. And then everything is pretty much ready for you to make your tacos. Another way we like to do this is have like a taco salad with the fajitas on top. So good. Definitely try these out. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Drinko, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.